I'm the Oliver Pickard and welcome to an extremely sunny, after it's been grey and dismal all day and I've forgotten my sunglasses, Limousin, France. In today's video we're going to be doing tracking. Yes, it's the tracking video that I've been promising for like 2 weeks now and just haven't got round to. Today we're doing it. And first off, what is tracking? Well, to simply explain tracking, there are a bunch of different adjustments that a lot of cars' wheels can make. There is camber, which is this way. There is caster, which is kind of this way. And there is toe, which is this way. Now, tracking is a toe adjustment. What does toe do? Well, if I stand up and show you. Okay, so what is toe? Basically, if these are your toes, yeah, if each foot is a wheel, and I've got one foot that's like this, when I walk along, I'm gonna go that way. And it's obviously not, you know, I'm not gonna walk very straight. If I walk like this, I'm not gonna walk very straight. And if I walk like that, I'm not gonna walk very straight. But we at least want to make sure that both wheels are pointed, both feet are pointed in the same direction. Because if one's like this and the other one's like this, then you're not going to go anywhere. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of cars, when you accelerate in a straight line and let go with the steering wheel, they pull to one direction. Or when you brake, they pull to one direction. Now, some cars are slightly toe in. That gives you a better turning into a corner. And some cars are slightly toe out. What toe out does is it makes you more stable at speed, but both of those also scrub your tyres. And because I don't drive Jolene on the motorway very often, and she's very stable as she is, I'm going to set her level. Now, the Michelin book, the Michelin manual, Citroen 2CV manual, says you can be from straight to 3 millimeters toe out. But we're not going to do that today. I'm going to set Jolene up straight because I want my tyres to last a long time. And Jolene is perfect at speed anyway, so we're going to set her straight. So what do you need to set your toe? The reason why we're doing toe and not camber, by the way, or caster, is on a 2CV there is no camber and caster adjustment, only toe. And Jolene's toe is incredibly out. So, the tool we're going to use today is a Gunson's Trakrite. A Gunson's Trakrite is an incredibly, there goes the sun. A Gunson's Trakrite is an incredibly simple tool, and it's rather nifty, and it's made in the UK, which I like. I like tools that are made in Europe, and basically it's a very, very simple tool. I have to keep my hand on it. If you put it vertically and let go, it falls apart sometimes. So you've got to be rather careful. But basically, you set it at OK. You make sure you're on a level road with no gravel or stones or anything to disrupt the grip of the gauge. You line up the centre of your Michelin X's with this line here, and when you roll over with that wheel, that front wheel, it will push this in or out, and that gives you your degrees of adjustment. So it literally couldn't be more simple. What other tools do we need? Well, as well as our Gunson's Trakrite. By the way, this isn't a paid promotion. I looked up all the best tracking tools that I know about, and I looked at what other people said about them and all kinds of stuff. And there was one guy in all these reviews, because I look at reviews as well when I buy stuff, you know. This is a kind of a review of this. It's plastic, but it's very simple, by the way. When I was looking at tracking tools, there was one guy who said he'd taken his car to an alignment shop 3 times and it was still wrong, and then he did it at home with one of these and it was actually more correct, because of course a laser is only as accurate as the person wielding it. And as far as I can tell, this thing is incredibly accurate. So you're going to need your Gunson's Trakrite. You're going to need a sweeping brush. Today we are the broom wagon. You need the sweeping brush to sweep, obviously, where you're going for both wheels, where you're going to be driving over. you need some WD-40 or other sort of oil type anti-seize stuff, and that's because you're going to be adjusting your track rod ends, and your track rod ends are often sprayed by winter goo, road goo. They're often in a bit of a state. So you're going to need some of that. This is made by Facom. I like Facom. They make spanners and stuff. I've got some Facom spanners. They're very good. And this stuff, it's like WD-40, but it's foamy and it smells like candy. So it smells like sweets, and yeah, I've got it. So that's why I'm using that. No particular reason. Again, not a paid promotion. Although Facom, if you'd like to give me a paid promotion or even just free stuff, that'd be lovely. Thank you. A couple of 12mm spanners. Now, if you own an older 2CV, you're going duh, because almost every single bolt on this car is a 12mm bolt. This one is a lovely ratchety spanner. Ratchet ring spanners are awesome, but you don't really need one, it just makes it easier. And a pair of mole grips to actually adjust it. I will say it is much easier if your car isn't lowered. If you're one of these 2CV people that likes to slam their 2CV on the floor, you may want to raise your car up for this one. But yeah, that's about all we need. You also need a level road that's not all stony. This one is nice and black and has recently been paved. So you need to obviously sweep your stones off. And also it helps if it's not covered in horse poo, which the first road I went to today to try and film this video was covered in horse poo. And the last thing you want to do is lie down in horse muck. So yeah, horse muck free, gravel free, level, smooth road. And your Gunson's thing, 2 12mm spanners, some of that, and one of these. And that is pretty much it. So give her a good sweep first. Okay, so what we're going to do is, if you put the camera in the top of the wheel arch, you should be able to see me there. Hello people. Right, now then, this is your track rod. This is what's connected to your steering. The first thing you want to do is lube it up with some of this Facom goo, or it's good stuff, I'll just show you. It actually foams up. See that? But I've got some on the camera now. Right. It actually foams up, and that's great stuff. I've already loosened these nuts, and just smear that on there. And then obviously with your 2 12mm spanners, you put one 12mm spanner on one side and one 12mm spanner on the other, and loosen it up like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump in Jolene, I'm going to drive backwards, and then I'm going to drive up forwards and make sure that she's driving in a straight. I'm basically going to line her up straight, so I know the steering's straight. This can help if you've got a person to watch out for you and check that you're going perfectly straight. So if you need a glamorous assistant, get one. Okay, so I've got my true track, and I've put it in front of the wheel, and I've got her all lined up, I think. And basically, as I drive down this, it's going to push this left or right, depending on what the caster is. So there we go, a little bit too much toe in, but we are well within a well, we're almost exactly at 0.25 degrees. Too much toe in, which is well within Citroen's recommended amounts of toe. Remember, Citroen recommend 0 to 3mm. So I'm now going to pull forward a little bit more because I'm actually parked on the true track. and I'll show you how to adjust it. But it's well within the OK settings. If you look here, there's a little line that says OK, so it's well within the margins of error. So now I'm going to start her up again, just pull forward and show you how to adjust her. I don't know why I keep calling it a true track, it's a Trakrite. Right, so I've put the Trakrite in the boot, and now I'm going to show you how to adjust the toe. Clockwise is toe in, anti-clockwise is toe out. So about that should see us fine, I think. And I'm also going to, because hopefully this is the last time I'll have to adjust it, while grabbing my gland pliers, I'm just going to... Why do I always get gland pliers and mole grips confused? While grabbing my mole grips, I'm just going to move these clamps to the top as well, because it gets them out of the goo. Don't do this on a public road, please. Please choose a really quiet spot. Like, don't... if you don't have a driveway or something, go to like a supermarket car park, choose a really quiet corner of a supermarket car park on a Sunday or something when it's closed, and do it then. Don't do it on a public road. So in between adjustments, remove your mole grips. That's today's safety announcement. I'm not good at the whole health and safety thing, you know that, but please remove your mole grips. Thank you. So now this is a bit of a hello. So now I'm going to roll back and I'm going to drive over the Trakrite again and put it and check my that's the problem with being funny, you forget what you're saying. And now I'm going to reverse back a little bit, check I'm driving straight again, and then drive over my Trakrite again, and hopefully I will be 100% straight and true. Stripe on the Trakrite is actually pretty much a 125, so it's pretty much lining up perfect. Okay, so we've gone from kind of a teeny tiny bit of too much toe in to a little teeny tiny bit of too much toe out, but it is almost nothing. It's within the flex of the tool, also the road being not the most perfectly straight road in the world, not the most perfectly flat road in the world, and within a kind of margin of error. So I'm very, very happy. Like I said, it gives you an okay schedule. One of the issues I have with the Trakrite is the fact that I don't quite know whether I'm perfectly straight this way or that way, and I think that's why it gives you that margin of error, because obviously if I drew a really long line on the road and then lined the Trakrite up, that would give me a much better result, because I would know that my Trakrite is straight. And if I was in my garage, I think that's what I would do. If you're doing this in your garage, or if you're doing this on your driveway, kind of get a really long length of string and pull it tight, and then draw a perfect line, and then you can get your Trakrite dead center. Obviously line up through the center line. I'd even kind of put a line down here and down here. Why the Trakrite itself doesn't have a line already, I'm not quite sure. I think it's because it has this line here. But yeah, I'd be tempted to do that, because that means that it gets your gauge perfectly straight, because you have no idea how straight the gauge is just doing it on kind of a quiet bit of tarmac that's smooth and straight and has no stones on it. None of that helps this, but we are well within our margin of error, so I'm going to say I'm happy with that. So all I've got to do now is to tighten up my nuts. That's right, just put the camera straight in front of my eyes so I can't see anything. Perfect. Click, and we're done. So that is the Gunson's Trakrite. I bought my Gunson's Trakrite from Amazon. because it's handy as Amazon, because I'm in the middle of nowhere. If I had a local person that I could support, I would support them. Unfortunately, I don't, so thank you, Amazon. And thank you, Gunsons, because you made a tool that works. Like I said, you can get much better results. My nose is running now because it's freezing. This is a ski jacket. I'm not just wearing it to look pretty. It's freezing. It was nice when the sun was out earlier. So obviously you can get better results on a nice driveway, on a perfect level floor, but I'm really happy with the results I was able to get on kind of a wonky floor in the freezing cold on a quiet bit of country road. And this isn't even on the map, this road. That's how quiet this road is. Like I said, a supermarket car park would have been better, but I'm not driving half an hour to do my toe in and toe out and film a video. So if you want to know about checking your ride height, I've done a video all about that. That'll be at the end of this video. There's also a button that looks like my face. That button subscribes you to this channel. So if you want to support me, I don't want your money. All I want you to do is click like if you liked the video. That lets me know you liked it, and that lets YouTube know you like it, and they don't know I exist yet. Subscribe if you want to. That lets you you have a subscription box on your YouTube. You know how YouTube works. You have a subscription box. You go in that subscription box, and all the things you subscribe to are there. There's a bell icon down below near the like button. That sends you a notification either to your phone or your desktop. So every time you sign into YouTube on your home computer, there's a little thing that says, Oliver did a video. So yeah, if you want one of them, click that. And if you've got any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Like I say, I'm very happy with the tool. The quality of it it's alright. It's plastic, but you know, how often am I going to be using it? I'm not going to be aligning my cars every day. Like, I might do it maybe once a year when I change my tyres and stuff. I don't know. It's not a tool that you use all the time. But like I said, I'm very happy with it. You know, yeah, it's not metal and super expensive and stuff, but it also wasn't super expensive to buy. And like I say, for a tool you're not using all the time, that's absolutely perfectly fine in my book. And it's a good quality piece of kit, and it's very accurate. So yeah, very happy. Would tow again. Thank you all for watching. Please be awesome to each other, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.